What's going on, Facebook? What's up, YouTubes? This ain't Josh. This is Bobby C, aka Catfish. I'm asked to join Carter and his picked off. Josh couldn't join us, but I'm glad to be here. You just tell me what to do, Carter. I'm gonna be the life of the party.
That's right.
I'm gonna bring the laughter. I'm gonna bring all the stuff. Everybody, they love me more than they love you. You know that.
Oh man, I already know that. You're the man up around here.
So tell me about this picked off. Before we get started, I don't know if y'all have seen this. Jarnell Stokes, great basketball player, VFL. He's going to start doing a couple of shows for us within the next week. Me and Billy interviewed him, and we're trying to turn Volunteer Roadshow more into a platform instead of a show. I wanted to give it where we got VFLs. We've got a few VFLs that wanting to start doing their own thing. It could be a platform for them to hone their media skills, on-camera skills, their all the sports stuff that they want to do. Radio gives them a platform to put their stuff out there. We're starting to get some great views on our website on volunteerroadshow.com. About 30,000 clicks a week. Um, YouTube's starting to pick up now that football's right around the corner. That's when my YouTube views really pick up. And we got a ton of yous over there on Facebook and Twitter. And I'm going to be trying to watch the comments because I know Carter can't watch them. And but anyway, before I turn the show over to you, because it's your show, Carter, I'm going to give some shout outs over here. Got Alan V, great Georgia fan over here. D4, he's been a guest on your show. Killamime, I've met Killamime and Alan V. They drove all the way up from Georgia up to Tap House there in Knoxville on Peters Road, and I got to meet those guys personally. Great, great fellas. Got Slim Mosley in the house. All these guys in here are all Georgia fans, which ain't right. I don't know. They need to go ahead and get it out of their system now, because you know what's going to happen come, what is it, November this year we're going to play them.
That's right.
It's going to be a different story, guys. I don't want to lose y'all as viewers, but y'all know what Catfish thinks about this whole thing. But anyway, I'm going to go check out Facebook before we go, and I'm going to turn it over to you, Carter. You just tell me what to do. I got the production going. Got Scott Callhorn over here. What's up, Carter and Catfish? Josh Griffin. I'm filling in for Josh. I'm the better looking of the two. Probably smarters. Probably a lot smarter than Josh. I don't know. Uh, who else is over here? Flint. Flint Williams, Gate City Blue Devils, what we call him over here on YouTube. I seen he's on vacation. Got BVD, says, "What's up, son?" And hello, Catfish. I see you're keeping my YouTube channel alive by showing up again. Good call. All right. All right. That's my disclaimer. That wasn't my disclaimer.
No, what?
My disclaimer is I got to turn my phone off or somebody be calling every 5 minutes.
Hashtag professional.
Hashtag professional. My disclaimer is the views and the comments and statements made by the host and guests of all the shows on Volunteer Roadshow platform, including Picked Off, does not necessarily reflect the opinions of Volunteer Roadshow, BCM Productions LLC, and our sponsors. And I'm trying to turn this over where we have some equal points of view on everything. And I want people to be able to say stuff. And that's why we're putting that disclaimer out there. We're going to put it on all our shows. And we got more important issues. We got Picked Off on Tuesday and Thursday. Jarnell Stokes, great NBA player, great VFL. He's going to be doing 2 or 3 shows. We've talked about some VFLs that he wanted to run by me about co-hosting with him. We're working those details out. But anyway, just remember, whatever we say, including Billy and Catfish, even our opinions do not reflect the opinions of Volunteer Roadshow and our sponsors. That being said, I'm turning it over to you, Carter.
I appreciate it, Catfish, and I enjoy having you on the show. Me and you've known each other for a couple of years now. I'd like to think we're personal friends.
Shut up!
All right, I said too much. But anyway, yeah, guys, it's a little different tonight. Josh could not be here. He had some family stuff come up. Keep him and your family in your
Yep.
prayers, please. Um, just kind of happened. We were fully going to go tonight like normal, but I'm going to try to host the show. I'm not Josh, but I'll do my damnedest. And I got the boss man here with me tonight. So I think we'll do okay. We got a real good show coming up. We got our top five like usual. It's just gonna be like normal, folks. Don't freak out, I promise. We got our golden keyboard. Don't forget about that. I picked up a bunch of goodies when I was up in the mountains. Got the Tennessee dog tag. You can get it engraved if you want to. Got a bunch of decals for you, some good ones. I got a bunch of stuff. So
Let me
get
ask
the
you a
comments
question.
rolling.
Let me ask you a question. You got a lot of Tennessee stuff in that room.
I do.
Tell me what all you got in there. How much is it worth? Would you take?
Oh
Would you take?
man.
Would you take $1,000 for all of it?
Shoot, no. Couldn't do it.
Five
No.
thousand.
No.
What would you take? What's it worth? Tell me what all you got in there.
Oh man. Well, this is just in my room, man. Like I've got a I got a full size helmet um right here. I'm a card collector, man. I got a bunch of autographed cards. These are just the newest ones. Daryl Taylor, a couple Jawan Jennings. And that one right there is really nice. That's probably my favorite. Uh I got I got the new black mini helmet. Just got that. I
That's
got the
what we're
full.
gonna be wearing playing Kentucky, right?
That's what I heard. I got the full size helmet right here with the checkered stripe on it. A bunch of autograph memorabilia. You can see some of the stuff behind me. I got my flags. I got a lot of prints. That's one of my favorite things. Is I got a lot of artist paintings of Tennessee football, and some of them that were my grandfather's that were given to me. I've got some from the 80s and 90s and on upwards to 2000s. So, but I tell you what I covet the most. I'll show you real quick. This is what I care. If my house was on fire tonight and I could only get one thing out of this house, it'd be this right here. These are my ticket stubs to every Tennessee game I've ever attended. My poor little ticket stub holder done broke.
Wow.
Got it jammed full here. But I don't know, man. I've just always really cared about my stubs, and that's probably the thing I cherish the most. So I don't know. I don't think I could sell it. 20 years from now, I don't know. BVD always tells me, the older you get, the less you care about that kind of stuff. He's been telling me that for a long time. So check back and ask me in about 20 years, Bobby, and I'll let you know.
Well, I got a disclaimer over here on Facebook by Scott Callhorn. He said, "My disclaimer: I don't give a damn about the whole state of Alabama." Ain't that the truth?
That's the gospel right there.
I've been posting. I share it every now and then, but a couple of years ago when I started this whole volunteer roadshow gig, I posted the locker room. I believe we beat Auburn with Johnny Majors singing, "We don't give a damn about the whole state of Alabama." And man, it's got almost a 500,000 views right now on my Facebook page. Got Aaron Ross, atypical Gump over here. What's Big Vol Daddy saying over here? He's saying, I have a disclaimer too, Catfish. Goes like this. If y'all don't like some of the stuff I say, click the X on the top right corner and go watch Volunteer Roadshow. They don't cuss over there. Oh me. Anyway,
That's just great.
Herbert
BBD
Bradford,
is like always funny, man.
he
Just
is.
always bringing the comedy.
Yeah, he's got pet peeves, but God darn it, I'm not gonna get into it. Me and Carter's talked about him a little bit about his pet peeves. Uh, Herbert Bradford's in over here. What's Josh saying? It's bull crap. Let's see.
Josh is in the comments.
Wonder if Carter would trade one Tennessee item for a good razor to shave that fuzz off his neck. Huh.
Who said that? Is that Josh?
That's BVD.
Oh, well, I got it from you, Dad. Just look at you. Yeah, BBD's my
Uh,
father. You can't pick your parents, guys.
uh, you can pick your friends though.
He's my YouTube dad.
Well,
We'll
give
just
me
say
give
that.
me some current events. Let's get this show on the road. What's some current
Well,
events going on?
Well, currently, man, I'll tell you this. This is kind of concerning. More and more players, student athletes, are testing positive for the COVID-19. No matter what your feelings are about it, it's concerning. I mean, it feels like the last few weeks, it seemed like, all right, we're making progress. The season's going to start like we hope. And then you see all these players testing positive. I mean, does that not concern you a little bit? It concerns me a lot. I don't know what your thoughts or everyone else's thoughts are. Does that make you feel differently? Like maybe we won't have football. Will we still have football? I mean, what does everybody think about that?
I'm gonna tell you what I think. I was pretty concerned we Catfish wasn't gonna have football on his TV come first September 5th or whenever it is.
Yeah.
Then I started going, okay, this thing's starting to die out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, looks like then Fulmer came out and said, let's not start June 1st, let's start June 15th. So now there's a debate of when they're going to start practice. So I said, all right, we're fixing to have some football.
Mm-hmm.
And it just looked like we was going to have some football. We was going to have football, no doubt about it. Then the Floyd thing happened, the riots happened, that kind of put COVID in the back burner. So I knew we was having football. Then a lot of the protests died down. Then COVID came back into the scene on the news everywhere, and everybody's panicking about a second wave of COVID. Now Catfish ain't too sure he's going
Yeah.
to be seeing some football on his TV. There better be, but
Well,
I'm wondering. I don't know. I don't know.
the one thing that I think has to happen, we got MLB baseball starting up, 60-game season, July 23rd, 24th. Okay, NBA is supposed to start a week after, on July 31st, my birthday. So if those two things happen and they carry out the entire season and they finish it like they're supposed to, that's going to be a good chance that we will have football. Now, if something happens, if it doesn't get to start or they start and then they have to cancel it, then that's not going to be a good look, or that's not going to be good for football.
Yep.
Because if you can't have a baseball game and you can't have a basketball game, because you got to think there's nowhere near as many players, especially with basketball, as there is with football, then that's a problem, in my opinion.
I'm kind of doubt we're going to have some football.
Yeah, I'm concerned. Not gonna lie.
I'm really concerned. So when's baseball starting?
July 23rd and 24th.
Are they going to have fans?
No, not that I'm aware of. They're not even going to play it. I don't even think they're going to play it at their stadiums. I think they're going to play it at the spring training facilities, or some of them.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona, I believe. They've got a weird system how they're doing it, but I'm not. I don't know all the details. I haven't looked into it a whole lot, but that's just when it's supposed to start. They're going to start their, I guess, their spring training back up. I want to say next week. And I know NBA is playing all their games at Disney World. Now check that out. So that's kind of weird. Every NBA game is going to be played in Orlando at Disney World. I don't know why they chose that location, but that's where That's where they're going to play. And I guess they're going to finish out the season that they couldn't finish, because only 20 of the 30 teams are going. Or I think that's right. Yeah, 20 out of 30 are going.
Yeah, that's
so 10
right.
teams.
Do you know which teams aren't going? That's probably a shorter list.
Yeah, well, it's basically the 10 teams that finished at the bottom, because there's 6 divisions, 5 teams in each division, 15 teams in the East and in the West. I would guess, I'm not really sure which 10 teams aren't going. But I got to think the Pelicans are one of them. I don't know why, but they just don't seem like they're a really good team this year. But the Grizzlies are going. My Grizzlies will be there. So that's good news. They sure will.
While you're talking more on current events, I forgot to do our moment in history browser, and I don't know where you sent that
I sent that to your crap. I think I sent it to your phone text message.
Yeah, but I can't get it off my phone.
Well, we
I
can just talk about it.
no,
We know about it.
I no, I'm gonna do it.
All
I'm
right.
gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
You want me to grind my gears while you're doing it?
Well, let me see. Do you want to?
Okay.
Do you want to grind your gears?
Hell yeah, I love grinding my gears.
All right. Well, everybody see Carter's chubby little face. He ain't got a neck beard in this, but Carter, why don't you grind your gears while I'm figuring this out over here?
I got you. Since we're professional. So tonight, whatever time it is, wherever you're at, I'm gonna grind my gears. Now, this might be a little sensitive to some fans. Okay, but check this out.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer: I support our student athletes on and off the field, whether they play NFL football, NBA basketball, MLB baseball. I don't care, or if they're teachers or firemen. I don't care what they do. I will support them while they're at the university and after they leave. Even some of the ones that get kicked off, I still want them to do good things in life, and I cheer for them. But there's a couple things that I've been kind of upset about lately, and there's been a few players who have come out and spoken out and basically said things about the fans that they don't have to have the fans there, they don't need the fans. Well, let me say this, and I've seen a lot of fans that say this. You ever heard the old saying, "You think you feel bad? Just imagine how the players feel." Let me tell you, that's a load of crap. I have seen it numerous times where after we had a tough loss in Knoxville in 2009 in particular, we got beat by Auburn in a close game. And our season wasn't looking too good at this point after that loss. You would think every Tennessee fan is pissed, upset, heartbroken. You would think the players would be wrong. They're over at the fraternity row, sorority row, getting their drink on, having a good time, laughing, cutting up, hitting on girls, and I get it, they're college students. But for some people that say that, I really don't think the players take it as hard as some of us fans do, some of us, fanatics do. Because at the end of the day, they're college students and they're getting a free education. And I do think that players should be compensated for what they do. I really do believe that. I don't think it's fair to go buy a player's jersey, and they don't get a dime for it. I think players should be compensated more than just a free education. But let's be real about something. For players to say they don't have to have the fans, that's bull. So I'll tell you why. Where do you think the money comes for those nice dorms they sleep in, those awesome facilities they get to go to where they get free meals, they got every kind of video game, they've got the best medical staff, the whole nine. They got a nice stadium to play in, nice locker rooms. That comes from the fans. University of Tennessee in 2019 profited $70 million. Okay, $70 million. 78% of that was from ticket sales, merchandise, and donations. Okay, that means that the other 22% was from the SEC TV deal. And also, when you talk about the TV deal, the fans have to watch that TV. So all I'm really saying is what grinds my gears is I don't ever want to hear people say that, they don't have to have fans. I know it's a player's game, but the fans are very, very important. And it's a double-edged sword because you want to make your players happy, but at the same time, you don't need to piss off your fan base. Because without your fan base, if the fans quit watching, our majority, we'd be about as relevant as Wyoming. And that's what grinds my gears. Sorry it took so long.
Why'd you have to bring up Wyoming?
Damn, I didn't even think about it, man. 2008. Ugh.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm following you. I hear you. Without players, there wouldn't be fans. Without fans, there wouldn't be any players. There wouldn't be any need for players. They're both equally as important.
Exactly.
That's the way I look at it.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand where a lot of these guys are coming from. They're frustrated. Fans are frustrated. Both sides. It feels like you can't just have an opinion anymore without being railroaded.
Oh no.
Well, let's go on to this moment in history. You want me to play the scene now right off the bat, or how do you want me to do this? I'm just a producer here.
Uh, well, usually what we'll do is
Set it
I'll
up.
talk about it.
Set
I'll
it up.
talk about it. Yeah. We're going to go back to 1994, the Gator Bowl. We had a freshman quarterback by the name of Peyton Manning. I think everyone knows who he is. Uh, this was a Tennessee kind of had a not so great year. The 94 team is just like the 2019 team. Everybody likes to talk about how the 2019 season was like the 88 season. Kinda, but not the same. If you're going to compare if you're going to compare last year's team to any team, it needs to be the 94 team. 94 team started off 1-3. We started off kind of the same. Yeah, we did. We started off, worse than that. But both teams went to the Gator Bowl. Both teams won. The difference was 94, we had to play the game, fun fact, at the Swamp because the Gator Bowl was being renovated because the Jaguars were coming. So the Jaguars, they were getting ready to put the Jaguars there, so they had to totally renovate it. So there was a checkerboard end zone in Ben Hill Griffin Stadium at the Swamp. And you got to think the Florida fans had to love that. But anyway, the clip you're about to see, we dominated Virginia Tech. That was a pretty good Virginia Tech team. They were in the Big East at the time. They had a better record than we did. They were
ranked number 17.
Yeah. I don't even think we were ranked that game.
Mm-mm.
And our high-powered offense just dominated them. Peyton Manning was throwing dimes to Joey Kent. I believe Jay Graham even threw a touchdown pass in this game.
He did.
Go ahead and roll the footage for him.
We'll roll the footage.
To stop at 45 seconds, or you're going to see other highlights of other teams.
What about 40? What happens after 45 seconds?
It shows other highlights of other games that are not Tennessee.
All right, well, here we go. We're going to mute. Me and Carter's going to mute up, and then we're going to play this.
Counterpart, Maurice DeSaggio, Tech's all-time leader on offense. That's offensive. The INT to Tyrone Hines, that led to the first Volunteers TD. Back on offense, Manning hit first, 6 of 7. Joey Kent, watch him lay out, and the quarterback loves to see that. Kent led the Vols with 6 catches, 116 yards. Then Manning, and watch the touch on this play. Marcus Nash deep and in. 14-zip, and the route is beginning. James Stewart already with 2 rushing TDs. Throwing the option. The Vols are up 35-7. Second half, Stewart slamming the door on the Hokies. His 4th of the day. Tennessee wins big, 45-23. Manning hit on 12 of 19 for 189 and 1 TD, and plenty of good things to look forward to.
Beautiful.
That brings back some memories. It's people that say that Peyton never won at the Swamp. Right there.
Hey, that's true. I never thought about that.
It just wasn't against Steve Spurrier.
Yeah. Mm.
Man, I wish Spurrier would come back. I just wish Spurrier would come back, coach Florida again. They fire Dan Mullen, hire Steve Spurrier back for a last hurrah, and then Pruitt just motor grades him for about 3 straight years, like 47-0. Wouldn't that be beautiful?
Oh, heck yeah. I mean, it was nice the last time we played him. We beat him when he was at South Carolina. But, man, to be real with you, Steve Spurrier at South Carolina is not the same Steve Spurrier he was at Florida. We can't even compare the two.
No.
And I don't think that's Steve Spurrier. I think it's just the difference between Florida and South Carolina. Let's just be real.
Recruits.
Exactly.
Comes down to recruits.
Florida is the number 1 state for recruiting. It's ahead of every one of them. It's ahead of California, Texas, Georgia. They've got more – right now, if you look it up, there are more NFL players in the NFL from the state of Florida than any other state. It's not even close.
Speaking of Florida, we just had a player from – maybe I read this wrong. Catfish don't read too good. But I heard we had a player, Tim Jordan, who's from Bartow, Florida. He's kicked off the team. Is that true?
Yeah, he got arrested. He got pulled over, and he had marijuana and a gun. and he did not have that gun registered to him. So, yeah. If it would have been just a little bit of weed, he probably wouldn't even hardly get a slap on the wrist. But when you got a gun that you're not even have a permit for, that's not good. That's felony right there.
Yeah. That's sad. Golly.
It is. I mean, he was 20.
Seems like every year we have something like this happen.
Every
team is there isn't a team in Power 5 that's immune to this. Well, in all of college football, it's just going to happen. Georgia has their problems. Florida has their problems. I thought we were going to make it through without much problems, but we haven't.
Yeah. Well, and you know what the thing that drives me crazy about it, man, is I think he was 21 or 22. He was definitely of age. He could have had that gun legally. You know, he could have gotten a carry permit and he could have had it on him, and there would have been no problems.
Yeah.
You know, but why go about it the illegal way? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Oh, let's see. D4 says if Catfish had another alter ego, it'd be Bill Daughter from King of the Hill. I've never seen King of the Hill.
Oh, Bill Dauterive.
Dauterive. I see. I butchered the name. Dauterive. How do you say that?
I think it's Bill Dauterive or Bill Dauterive.
Oh,
damn it! I just remember him as Bill. Wait, wasn't he the one with the bald head and wore the wife beater all the time? Because Boomhauer was the one who couldn't. He was like real fast talking.
Yeah.
Hey man, what going on, man? Of course, there was Hank, and then who was his friend? The one with the glasses who was always smoking the cigarette. Was like he was like a pest control guy or something. Dang, what was his name?
I don't know, but BVD's over here on the YouTube side says Catfish cracks me up with the way he says recruits.
Dude, Catfish just a country bumpkin.
Like they were once recruited. What did he say? Then got recruited.
Oh, man.
Let's do top 5 wins. I've been thinking about this. Wins. I think I'm going to change mine up a little bit.
You know, I have too. I mean, me and you talking about it earlier kind of made me think about different games. Today's top 5 is Tennessee's top 5 wins in the last 20 years. So since 2000. Bobby, you want to start it off with number 5?
I'm going to start out with honorable mention first.
Yeah, me too. You give yours.
2003. This is war. I'm an effing soldier. 10-6 in Miami.
Yeah,
I remember that day. Okay. I killed a big old 9-point buck that day, and I just remember getting back to the hunt camp and finding out that we won, and it was just like great day all the way around for Catfish. But
that was a huge
win.
What's
your honorable mention?
My honorable mention is the 2005 Cotton Bowl. We curb stomped Texas A&M 38-7 with our third string quarterback.
Somebody's saying there's no audio. Do we not have any audio?
What?
We better have some audio.
I mean, we've obviously had to have had it.
Well, because people are chatting. Give me some ones if we've got good audio. Audio's fine for me, Gump. Check your volume is what Slim Mosley said. All right.
They're still trying to figure that out over in Alabama.
What was your what was your honorable mention? I wasn't even paying attention.
Yeah, the 2005 Cotton Bowl, we curb stomped Texas A&M 38-7.
Yep.
With our third string quarterback. You know.
I wonder if Josh was an A&M fan back then.
I think he was.
That's good for him.
Yeah, all right. Shout out to Josh.
My number 5 is 2002, 6 overtime. Jason Witten right down the middle against Arkansas. I remember watching him run up to, I believe his mama, who they said was like a janitor at a schoolhouse or something, was on the very low rung. He either gave her the ball or gave her a big old hug when he caught that pass. I'll always remember that. Always.
Yeah, and that's when Buckeye Bob used to get real exciting when, you know, he used to get a little high pitched voice, and it's caught by a whiff. No, me a minute, touchdown, Tennessee, man. Don't really hear that out of him as much anymore. But
What's your
my
top
number
five?
number five is the 2004 Tennessee-Florida game, 30-28. James Will Hoyt misses the freaking extra point, but then we get the ball back and nails a 50-yard field goal for the win.
I remember that. And I remember him running off the field with both hands up in the air, just running off the field. Will Hoyt. We need to get Will Hoyt on the show. He's reached out to me. I need to get him on the show.
Oh, please, yeah. That'd be great.
All right, my number 4. A lot of younger fans probably put this way on up the list. But when you're in the 50s and you're old enough to get the senior citizen discount at Denny's, you kind of have to bring this down the list a little bit. But number 4 is a Dob nail boot. Remember when Ridley caught the pass with like 10 seconds left? I thought that's the ball game. It's over. I was cussing, screaming, madder than all get out. And then I'm thinking, all right, if we can just get it up to midfield, we got a chance for a Hail Mary. Now, a Hail Mary is something what somebody would do to us. But I said, man, it's got to be – we got to make one of these days. And sure enough, there we go. I remember Kamara laying on the ground. This is the video footage, looking up in the air on his back. And I'm not allowed to say his name, but our previous coach on his knees with his hand over his face with his headset on. Remember that part? Oh, it was just great. Great game. Remember Tim Priest screaming his head off?
Tennessee wins!
Yes, that was great. Great. What's your
That's
number 4?
That's my number 4. That's my number 4. So, I guess we kind of I'll talk about it myself. Me and my stepfather, we hadn't talked about going to that game, period. Come Friday night, I got off work. He's like, get your crap. We're going to Athens. I'm like, what? He's like, get it. We're going to Athens. We went down there. And, man, I'm so glad we went. Definitely my favorite game at Georgia. I've only been to Georgia 4 times, and that was definitely probably one of my favorite road wins ever. And I'll tell you what, man, we had a bunch of fans in Athens that day. I mean, a bunch. It reminded me of, like, the 90s, traveling. And that whole, like, third tier they have on the one side was nothing but orange. And but yeah, I'll never forget it. But when Ridley made that play, I was wanting to go. I was like, get me the hell out of here. I don't want to, I want to beat all these Georgia fans if I can. And I'm glad my stepdad's like, no, let's just see if we can do something. And by God, we did. And I know a lot of people got to see, they panned around the stadium at different people's faces, but I'm telling you, every Georgia fan around us was just, they need a wheelbarrow for their chins. So.
I'll tell you what, I'll never leave a game early. I know BVD, he leaves about halftime so he can beat everybody out to the car. But I'll never leave a game early. I don't care. I'll never turn the TV off early. I've got superstitions. My volume's got to be on a certain number. Now, I hadn't been very lucky lately, but my number 32 on the volume is going to get back to being lucky here real soon. And Slim Mosley over here on YouTube's Georgia fan. He says he don't remember the hobnail boot.
Oh, okay. I don't remember the hobnail boot.
I remember it.
Yeah, I'll never forget it either.
I was in a Kenworth dealership getting my truck fixed and watching it. And remember going crazy. That screen pass to Stevens, and then what happened? That last 2 minutes was just a roller coaster.
I was in Tunica, Mississippi when that play happened. My parents took me to Tunica so they could have a good time, because I was only like 12. And I remember we was down in the workout facility at the Gold Strike Casino, and we were watching it on the TV, and I was like, you got to be kidding me. Never forget it.
Oh, all right. My number 3, let's see. I had it wrote down here.
Uh-oh.
It's bad when you can't even read your own handwriting.
That is bad.
Oh, number 3, Michigan Citrus Bowl, 2002.
2002.
Remember the touchdown by Jason Witten?
God, man, he was flying against that Big Ten slow ass defense.
Yep. What was the final score on that? You're the historian.
45-17 was the final score.
I thought we beat them worse than that, actually.
They shut our run game down that day, but Casey Iceman Clausen picked them apart. He had Stallworth, Witten, Kelly Washington, Eric Parker. I mean, shoot. They didn't stand a chance. My number 3, I believe. I hate to put Kentucky in the top 5 wins, okay? So don't throw rocks at me, people. But the last time we won these, 2007, we had to beat Kentucky to win to go to Atlanta, and we went into 4 overtimes with them. Kentucky Wildcats beat them 52-50, and it was just a fun win. Like I said, won the East. Of course, got beat the next week by LSU, but still, that's my number 3. Number 2.
My number 2 is 2001 Florida at the Swamp. Spurrier's last game at the Swamp. We just ran all over them, and the locker room footage of that game can't be beat. That was just great locker room.
Yeah.
Going crazy before and after the game. Have you seen both the pregame and the postgame locker room?
That's one of my favorite sayings by Farmer. He said, they put on their jocks just like we do. And he said, my favorite line to Philip Farmer, you don't have to have an S on your chest, but you damn sure got to be able to represent that T on your helmet.
That's right.
I'll always remember that.
Well, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is the 2003 Tennessee-Alabama game, 5 overtimes. We beat them 51-43. The 4th and 19 play by Casey Clausen hit James Banks. Clausen, man, was unbelievable that game. And, we were a lot better than that Alabama team, and we really shouldn't have. But even back in those days when we were by far a lot better team than they were, they always gave us trouble, and everybody knew it was going to be a close game. Didn't know it was going to be that close, but just one of my favorite games, and I got it at number 2.
That's my number 1 game.
Yeah. So your number 2 is my number 1.
Beating Alabama and being 5 overtimes like that, that was a crazy game. One crazy game. I was watching Eli Gold's top 5 calls that he's ever made. It was interviewing him. I believe that was number 1 on his list.
Yeah.
Yep.
I believe it.
Memorable games.
Yeah.
He just great.
I mean, when you go into that many overtimes, anytime you go into overtime and win, it's always a classic. It'll always be listed as a classic. But 5 or 6 or, overtimes, I mean, my goodness. I mean, that's just a hell of a football game right there. And, 6 overtimes with Arkansas that you listed earlier, that's the most we've ever been in. But, when you able to go into 5 overtimes in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and come out with a win, it's a good damn day.
Well, we got Fireball said, I was in Pensacola. That was a great game. I'm not sure which game that was, but Vodka Drinker says, well, especially didn't stand a chance after LSU destroyed those natty hopes. Yeah, don't bring that up. Golly. We did have a chance that year.
Oh, man, we beat number 1 Florida.
Yep.
All right. Then all we got to do is beat LSU, who we'd already beaten earlier in the year.
Mm-hmm.
That's when that whole Saban crap started. Nobody can beat Saban twice in a year. We beat Saban 26-18 in Knoxville, and Rohan Davey gets hurt, and they put in, what's his name? I can't remember his name, but he tore us up. Mm-hmm. And that's one thing I can't stand. I get more scared when they when we have to play a team and here comes the backup in. I get more scared about the backup. Yeah. Because I've seen us lose so many times to backup quarterback coming in the game.
Yep.
2014 against Florida. 2001 in the SEC championship game. shoot, I don't like them backup quarterbacks, man.
Over here on Facebook, I need to catch up over here. Scott Callhorn says Dobbs to Jennings, Dobdale boot. I have never understood people who leave games early, even though you know the hero gets the girl. You still stay and watch until the end of the movie. Absolutely, Scott. Keith Grab says me and my daughter were there for the Dobdale boot. Um, let's see. Let's go back up here. See if I'm missing anything. Edie Shipman said, love the show, hashtag VFL. Trace McKinley, do you think we'll have a season? Well, we answered that earlier. It's getting more and more doubtful every day.
Yeah, it is.
Brandon Ivy says, 98-90, y'all beat a third stringer.
Okay. Well, hey, that ain't our fault.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something about that day.
But he started the game. I think what Carter's talking about when they come in about halftime or at the end get hurt.
Like with LSU in 2001, we had Rohan Davey figured out. We were leading that game. We had him, our defense, no problems. But we hurt him right before half, I believe. And they put in that, God, I can't believe his name. It was Matt something. They put him in, and he can run the ball, and we just could not stop him. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about playing a team, that starts a second or third string quarterback. I'm talking about when you're playing the game, you've been preparing for their starter all week, and then he gets hurt, and here comes a backup in, and they just tear you up.
Yep. Well, let's get on. This is what y'all call, what is it, Tik Tok Tuesday? Is that what y'all call it?
Tik Tok Tuesday. Damn right.
Do you want to set up the first one? What's the first one?
The first one, for all you, oh, man, I hate to put Bryce Harper.
Tell everybody that's not watched us before what this segment's all about.
Okay, so Tik Tok Tuesday, there's the app TikTok. It's videos that are usually comical, and they're about 30. They can be about a minute long, and you can be very creative with TikTok. You can do a lot of cool editing and stuff, and so every Tuesday we find sports TikToks, usually that are funny or just amazing, like amazing catches or hits or anything like that, or stuff that's funny, but it's always usually sports related. And this first one is Bryce Harper. He's at the plate. I hate the Phillies, by the way. Huge Braves fan. Hate the Phillies. But Bryce Harper's up at the plate, and you can clearly hear some guy to say he's overrated, and he just cranks one. I mean, just ropes one for a home run. He turns back and points at that guy. So,
well, let's watch it.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, it was. Number two, for all you fishermen out there, obviously this is somewhere in the ocean. This is one of the biggest groupers I've ever freaking seen in my life.
All right, let's do it.
I don't even know how to describe it. Oh, look at his fins, first of all. This is like, oh my, that's bigger than a basketball. Look at this, my hand.
Giant,
oh
dude.
my
500
God.
pounds all day.
Good luck getting that in the boat.
That thing was ginormous.
That is a massive grouper.
I got to watch that again.
Go
I
for
don't
it.
even know how to describe it. Oh, look at his fins, first of all. This is like, oh my, that's bigger than a basketball. Look at this, my hand.
Giant,
oh
dude.
my
500
God.
pounds all day.
You know what that looks like? That looks like a big Jewfish, what they call Jewfishes.
Really?
I think that's what that is, them big giant Goliath grouper things.
Yeah, it might be. Any fisherman in the comments can tell me or tell us.
Tell me what number three.
Number three is this guy is saying he can throw 95 miles per hour, and the guy catching. First of all, the pitch is not nowhere near 95 miles per hour, but you'll just see the catcher's in for quite a surprise.
All right.
It's 95.
95. That might have been 97. That might have been 97. Hey, my fault. You said 95. That might have been 97.
That wasn't even 79.
I don't even think it was 19.
No, it wasn't.
Let's watch that one again. That was funny. Did it hit that guy right in the forehead or the face?
Right in the dome. Right in the dome.
95. 95. Oh! That might have been 97. That might have been 97. Hey, my fault.
Might have been 97. Is that what he said?
Yeah, he said it might have been 97. Nowhere near it. This next one. This next one is Mama's gonna be pissed. Okay, go ahead and roll the footage.
Well, set it up first. What's this?
All right. So I guess it's two brothers, two friends. I don't know. They're in the house, in the living room, and they're gonna do a little pitching. And one guy's catching, and they're in the middle of the house, and Mama's gonna be pissed.
Let's watch it.
Let it go. All right. Let it go. All right, here we go. Right down the middle. Here it is.
Hey.
Hi, Mom. It's good to see you.
Are you letting them play ball in the house?
I don't know what possibly.
Oh my God.
Yeah, my mom would be freaking mad.
Was that a ball that went through the?
Yeah. You don't see the big hole it left?
I gotta
right
see
through the
that.
drywall.
Let's see that again. Let's see that again.
Let it go. All right. Let it go. All right, here we go. Right down the middle. Here it is.
Hey.
Hi, Mom. It's good to see you.
Are you letting them play ball in the house?
My mom would whoop my ass.
Oh, God, yeah. I know when I was a kid one time we were playing basketball indoor in the house, had this little goal from Cracker Barrel, and it was like a metal goal, but it was like you put on the door, and we shut the door, and my cousin literally knocked me through the door. Oh, my God, she was so mad.
All right, what's
Anyway,
number 5?
Number 5, the last one is, yeah, I don't know if y'all ever done this. Any of y'all played football, but you ever you lay on your back, and when the coach blows the whistle, you get up real quick and you hit each other. And two guys just out in the backyard are going to do it.
I've seen a few of these. They are pretty good. Let's see what this one is. Tik Tok Tuesday, TikTok number 5. Let's see.
Got my shoulder pads on. All right. But you still on? Come on. All right, let's go.
Down. See it.
Cody.
Boy, that's what happened messing with prime time, baby. Yes, sir.
Cody. Pad up, Charlie. Let's
He knocked
you
him
miss a
out.
prime time.
We got to see that one. I got to see that one 2 or 3 times.
got my shoulder
Go
pads
for it.
on. All right. But you still on? Come on. All right, let's go.
Down. See it.
Cody.
Boy, that's what happened messing with prime time, baby. Yes, sir.
Cody. Pad up, Charlie. Let's
Knocked him out.
That's pretty good.
Oh, me. Those are fun.
Yeah, man.
Somebody said that TikTok was owned by the communist Chinese and they're trying to steal information from us. You ever heard that, or is that a conspiracy theory?
I don't know, but it seems like every app that's out there, there's always something to it. You know, that Face app thing was owned by the Russians, and they were going to get our personal info. So I don't know. If that's the case, then they've got everything. They know everything about me because I love TikTok. I don't really make TikToks, but I like to watch them.
Well, let's do these 7 memes. What's the name of this segment? General
Neyland's 7 favorite memes. You know, like General Neyland's 7 maximum. This is General Neyland's 7 memes.
Let's do that. We got 9 minutes, and when we get done with these memes, we'll hang out with the guys before Uncle Lou gets started over here on this channel. But let's look at the first meme. The Real Housewives of Alabama. That could go for Kentucky, too.
They go, yeah. Roll Tide.
There's probably Alabama and Georgia fans got memes that says Real Housewives of Tennessee.
Tennessee.
That look like this. But that was funny.
Sure.
All right, number 2. Let's watch this one. Let's see. Kentucky will beat Tennessee in football this year. Nice. After that, they only have 52 more wins to go to tie the record. That is a lopsided record. That is one lopsided record.
And honestly, I think it's worse than that. That meme might be a few years old.
Yeah.
It might be worse than that.
You want to read this one off? Do you know number 4? You want to hear a joke? You want to hear a joke?
Yeah, tell me a joke.
Vandy has a football team.
That is a joke. That's a good one.
I seen you were at the Vandy complex and took a video of their trophy case.
Yeah, you need to. I'm gonna put that on the drive, and you need to upload that to the Volunteer Roadshow. I did. I got to go. I actually got to go tour Vanderbilt's football facility, and it's a quick video, but I mean it's pretty good.
I didn't see any trophies.
Man, they have a very nice trophy case.
The case is
immaculate.
Nice. The case is nice, just nothing in it.
That's right. There's nothing in it.
So Wildcat fans bought tickets to the Music City Bowl because they heard that's where they were going when they were 4-1.
Yeah.
That one wasn't very funny, Carter. I hate to tell you.
Well, I don't know if the reason they bought tickets because when they were 4-1 because they knew just because they were 4-1 they were still going to end up in the Music City Bowl.
Oh, okay. Got it. That's the number 5. Those other players in other colors, stop throwing to them. Gus Malzahn says to whoever.
I think it's Stidham.
Stidham, yep. Number 6, piss in the Tennessee River, knowing it becomes Alabama drinking water. That's funny.
I'm right.
That one's funny.
Mm-hmm.
And number 7, General Neyland's 7 favorite memes. Here we go. The Dogs won a couple of games. Watch closely and you'll see their fans get false hope again. That's
Every year.
That's pretty low down. We got a lot of Georgia fans that watch us.
We do. And we appreciate you
Slim
guys.
Mosley, Alan V, Killer Mime. We got Trevor Mephatone in here. He said, "What's up, Catfish? Fireball." Melissa May's in here. What's going on, Melissa May? Hadn't seen you in a while.
Melissa, I hope you're doing better. Melissa, I hope you don't mind me saying, but Melissa has COVID, so everybody keep her in your prayers. Yeah.
Wow. Sorry about that, Melissa. I hope you get better. Let's see what's over here on Facebook before we get out of here. Scott Calhorn said, I think he's talking about that TikTok where those two guys line up, said that's called getting your clock cleaned.
Yeah, getting your bell rung, clock clean.
Oh, it knocked him out. I like those TikToks. Y'all do that on every Tuesday?
Every Tuesday, Tik Tok Tuesday. That's I have to give Josh credit on that one. He's the one who came up with that one. Hey, we got to pick out the Golden Keyboard Award.
Yeah.
That's right.
Sponsored by Tap House, Tennessee Tap House on Peters Road and Hound Dogs on Kingston Pike.
And Shelter Insurance.
And Shelter
Call Josh
Insurance.
Griffin.
I don't have his logo or it'd be up here.
Yeah.
So who do you want to do the comment of the? I guess you can't see them. I had to pick them out.
You're gonna have to pick it. I'll just have to be the one to send them.
Let's see. I'm gonna go over here. Y'all normally pick them off of Facebook or YouTube?
Hey, I'll tell you what. I don't know if we've ever picked one off Facebook yet. So maybe tonight should be the night for the Facebook winner.
Well,
the funniest one.
I don't know if there's a funny one, but I like a couple of them.
Yeah, BVD had some pretty good funny ones, but I mean, guys, y'all are gonna have to. BVD's gonna be tough. I mean, he's funny, so
I'm gonna give it to Scott Callhorn. Have we given him one yet?
I don't believe so.
He says, "I've never understood people who leave games early, even though you know the hero gets the girl. You still stay and watch until the end of the movie." Scott,
Okay. Now, who is Scott a fan of?
he's a Tennessee fan. He watches
Well,
this
God,
all the time.
So, Scott, here's what you can choose from, my friend. I'll give you two options here, buddy. Let me figure out where I put them. Oh, here they are. You can have you can have the Tennessee decals. That one, this one, and this one, the big one. Or you can get the Tennessee dog tag. Either one you want, and we'll send it right to you. And this is actually a pretty nice dog tag. You can have it engraved on the back, just whichever one you want. You can have the decals or the dog tag.
How do they get a hold of you, Carter?
They can message me on Facebook if John Carter.
Or how about you just email Bobby C at volunteerroadshow.com, or you can message Volunteer Roadshow on Facebook. I think somewhere there's a function to message us. Well, anyway,
and you just give me the address and I'll send it to you.
Sounds great. Well, prayers out to Josh and his family. I think he said his grandfather had a stroke. I don't know when he'll be back, but Catfish is doing this full time. I'm going to be holding down the fort for a while, so I'm here to help out any way I can. And appreciate all the sponsors, all the viewers on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. I need to start watching Twitter, but I don't have a way of watching.
I told you I'd take over that for you if you need me to.
Scott said he'll take the dog tag. Scott, email Bobby C at volunteerroadshow.com or message Volunteer Roadshow on the Facebook page, and I'll get Carter to get them out to you. If he don't get them to you, you rag me about it, because sometimes he forgets.
Well, I gotta send some more packages. I gotta send Glitter Gator his Georgia cards. I have other stuff for other teams, mostly cards, but these are going out to Glitter Gator. I believe Flint has his. And then I just mailed another one off to, I can't remember his name, but I sent him some Tennessee cards. So I'll try to send everyone's out at the same time.
Well, we're going to get on out of here. It's been fun. Been great. I don't know. You sign off, because I sign off the way I normally do with a promise you that. I don't think that goes good with Picked Off. You sign off the show, and then I'll hit stop streaming.
Guys, once again, we appreciate everybody that comes on here, watches Picked Off. I want to give a special thanks to Bobby Catfish for coming on and helping me do the show tonight. I appreciate everything you do with Volunteer Roadshow, helping us out at Picked Off. You're a good boss. I'll say that. And just thank you for helping me. And like I said, thanks everybody that watches our show. We really appreciate it. And we look forward to seeing you on Thursday. We're still having to figure out the time because this week has been kind of weird. Now with Josh, we don't know. It's looking like Thursday will be another night show. And honestly, if you guys like us doing it at night better, we can maybe work something out with that. But we just appreciate all the support. And I don't know why I'm losing my voice here, but you guys have a good one. We'll see you on Thursday. Go Vols.
Go Vols.